Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast here. We have a very exciting video here on the tropic lovers. We, for the second time in history, have reached Greeks, and this is actually the first time we've reached Greek alphabet in September. We're not only are we in Greeks, we're also 2 letters in. We not only have alpha, we now got beta in the Gulf of Mexico, so we're already 2 letters deep. We now have 23 named storms, and we've had 10 named storms alone in September, which means it's the most active September on record, and we still have half of the month to go. This is just proving the Atlantic's mental. 2020 so far has over a month lead to 2005, so it seems like 2020 could definitely beat 2005 here. We got Hurricane Teddy, Tropical Storm Wilfred, we got Alpha, we got 2 more disturbances, and of course we got Beta. So without further ado, let's get in the tropics. So guys, here's a look at the National Hurricane Center, and as you do see here, we got Beta, and then there's a little tip of A. There's Alpha right there. There's that little A for Alpha. A for Alpha. Wow, I mean, I can't believe we have not only Alpha, but Beta right now. Beta now possibly is forecasted to be a hurricane, and is threatening for the western Gulf. From Louisiana to Texas, could very well see a landfall from this. Thriving Hurricane Teddy at 951 millibars is starting the weekend a little bit though, but still expected to stay as a major hurricane and then be a Category 2 as it misses Bermuda, not making landfall, but misses Bermuda, but still could bring effects. We actually had tropical storm watches, I believe, and issued for Bermuda already. And then Wilfred, weak 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm. It's going to be staying steady at the 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm, and that's going to be going to tropical depression. It's not going to be anything. And then we got now, seems like what we're seeing there with Paulette. Paulette's trying to come back to life now. This is actually Paulette, actually, or I know it's not Paulette, it's not a name, but it's the disturbance from Paulette trying to come back, but obviously it wouldn't come back as Paulette. So another Greek named storm. I mean, this actually a lot of models have been showing this even before Paulette died. But I mean, I can't believe Beta. We have Alpha, Wilfred. I mean, this is just mental that we have a month lead, if not bigger than 2005. So here's looking now at what we have Hurricane Teddy. I mean, look at this. This is actually a very well organized, I believe, out here, still hanging out here as a major hurricane here. I mean, this is actually just a beautiful looking storm here. I mean, this. What else can you ask for? You can see a clear eye there. You got that nice banding right there. I mean, it's very extremely organized. I mean, nothing else you can ask for. It's just we're really lucky that this is avoiding the Caribbean here, and it took that northern turn there, but heading for the Bermuda area, which is up there. But it thankfully will take a northern turn, do a north turn, and actually avoid Bermuda, unlike Paulette. But nice eye, a lot of convection there, very centralized, low pressure. I mean, it's definitely looking very good right now. So here's look now at the cone here for Paulette. As you see, thankfully taking a due northern turn instead of continue going north-northwest. Because if it was not going to take that northern turn, it would have hit Bermuda directly as a Category 2, I believe, hurricane, and then goes to a Category 1 by Monday. But as you see, the pretty big wind field here, pretty big wind field even for hurricanes, but continues predicted to be a major hurricane until around that late Sunday mark. So possibly by late Sunday evening, it should be merging into a Category 2, so not being a major hurricane, but could possibly make landfall on Nova Scotia as a post-tropical hurricane. So it's going to be a post-tropical low, but still have those 75 plus miles an hour there. And then you see tropical storm watches even issued already for Bermuda, even though they're not even supposed to get a landfall. This is showing you how big the effects are. But as you see, Category 3 hurricane, it's gonna stay pretty steady as a Category 3, not gonna rapidly decrease in speed like that, or not speed, sorry, in strength. And then predicted to possibly be a Category 2, like I said, in the next around just less than 3 days here. And that's going to start really falling apart at that point, and then become a post-tropical hurricane, and then post-tropical tropical storm for portions of Nova Scotia and even much of the general eastern coast there of Canada. But let's go check out now what we have here. This is Tropical Storm Beta. As you see, it's now moving northward again, so of course it has to go north when it's been going south the whole time to hit the U.S. I mean, it's been going down the south the whole time when it was an invest, and now all of a sudden it wants to go north and hit the United States, but it's heading, generally there's a threat for much of the Texas coast and even Louisiana coast here, not supposed to go in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but it's going to be possibly a threat for Louisiana or Texas. Basically both of them. But let's go check out now the cone we have. And as you see, it's pretty complicated to come. I mean, it's really weird the cone they have here. And see, it's going to be going due north, then go due west. It's going to make landfall for Corpus Christi. It's going to strengthen to a Category 1 hurricane, and then become a tropical storm again. And then it's going to be turning north once again right before landfall, and then possibly making landfall there for a portion of the central Texas coast here. But look at that weird cone. It's like a massive circle right here. I mean, it is a super duper weird cone. I mean, the cone is like, it's literally a circle. It's like moving extremely slow. It's moving extremely slow here, which is why it's a concern, because obviously if the water is really warm enough that if it's moving so slow, it can do what we saw with Sally and obviously Laura. Not obviously strengthen that much, but become stronger than 75 miles an hour. As you see though, the majority are getting this to be around 55 to possibly 65 miles an hour. And here are the tracks here. As you see, all gonna go due north and then goes due west, and they all turned last minute, and that's gonna possibly bring some big flooding threats for a portion of Texas there. But it's gonna be rather weak, so it's gonna be like massive storm surge, but it's gonna be probably bringing effects all the way from around this general area. But some models are turning sooner and then possibly hitting western Louisiana. So Louisiana is still at a potential threat here, but it seems like the main possibility for a landfall is going to be Texas. And let's go check out now what we have here. I believe this is for Wilfred here. And as you see, it's kind of really falling apart, really dying down in convection there. Not much, really shocking. It's going to be a pretty short-lived tropical storm all the way up into Sunday, and then become tropical depression, then post-tropical depression, really fast here. So not really much expected for Wilfred, but Teddy, on the other hand, could bring an effect for Bermuda, and then Beta, on the other hand, could possibly become maybe a hurricane in the Gulf and maybe impact Texas and Louisiana. So guys, here look at the GFS model. As you see there, you got Monster Storm Teddy, but obviously expected to possibly weaken. But something that's not going to be weakening is Beta in the Gulf, which is obviously a 40-mile-an-hour 40-mile tropical storm right now there. Now you see it's going to really strengthen, but it's going to really, like I said, Teddy's going to maintain steady as a Category 3. It won't change significantly. Won't be increasing in millibars because it's not going to be rapidly falling apart. It's going to be really gradual, which is why we have tropical storm watches for portion of Bermuda, because it's going to be going back possibly as a Category 3 or a very weak Category 3 or very strong Category 2. And then, whoa, what's the GFS showing? Strengthening before hitting Nova Scotia at 946, 944, making landfall at 956 millibars. I mean, whoa, that's a Category 3 hurricane for Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia can definitely not deal with that. They don't have levees, they don't have sand dunes, they don't have anything ready for Category 3 winds. I think the GFS is a little, I'm just going to say a little overreactive on that. And then as you see there, Wilfred expected to die down. And then there's that disturbance there that could possibly form. And this is, I believe, in around 24 hours, expected to be 1,004 millibars, which obviously is usually when it gets to tropical storm winds there. And then we got 998 millibars there with Beta, 996, 991, and then making landfall there. Then coming back out like it's supposed to stall, and then possibly just really, like you said, stalls right at Louisiana and then makes landfall. That's basically what we have in today's video. So guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please don't have to like and subscribe, and bye guys.